So I want to continue my video that I started yesterday about my acupuncture treatment and my fibromyalgia diagnosis. Well, as I began to tell you about 8-9 months ago, I started feeling my body started becoming extremely sensitive slash painful. And I just thought, it was a change of the weather at the time. I really did. I thought, winter, because it was cold, but it wouldn't let up, and it became progressively worse. And in that progression, I would go to my primary, not knowing how to describe my symptoms, because the pain was truly from my head to, the only thing that probably didn't hurt was my feet. But from my head to my ankles, let's say. So, I would go to my primary, following up with her, and, a couple appointments, I didn't get anything. And then one particular appointment, which was probably March of this year. I'm going to say maybe February of this year. She gave me a referral. And the referral was for a chiropractor because my back was killing me. So we were trying to, I don't care for medication at all, and I really try really hard to eliminate any medication in my life. So that's not what I was trying to do. So she had referred me to a chiropractor. So I didn't have a chiropractor in mind. So I was teaching at the time. So I happened to mention, and I know that this was the Holy Spirit telling me to talk to this particular student about what you need. So I looked at her, and I happened to mention that I was looking for a chiropractor. So she referred me to Dent Tower. She said she had a cousin or a relative who was a physician over there, and asked for that particular physician and tell that physician that she referred me to him. So when I made the telephone call, and I'm not really sure how this happened, but like I said, I attribute it to the Holy Spirit. I made the phone call to make the appointment, and I thought I was making an appointment for a chiropractic appointment. But it turned out I wound up with a neurologist. And the neurologist, when I finally went to my appointment, and he was asking me, what's going on, what's your symptoms and everything. And at that time, I had been in constant pain for continuously maybe 6-7 months. And when I say it was progressively getting worse, it was bad. It was really, really bad. It was so bad. I don't even remember a lot during that time, because it was my brain and all my functions were so foggy that my sharpness was gone. And I knew that. I just didn't know what was wrong with me. So I explained that my body was hurting, and that it was difficulty. I had difficulty sitting. I had difficulty standing. Don't touch me. I can't sleep. My body is in pain all the time. I can't take any more Tylenols. I can't, arthritis strength 650 milligrams. I can't couldn't take those anymore. I couldn't take Tylenol PMs just to try to get any sleep, because when I say those didn't even help, they didn't even help. It was, for me, it was really bad. So, and then also at that time, I had lost the feeling in my two fingers right here. So I'm thinking all of this stuff is connected. So he sets me up for, oh gosh, a kabillion tests. It really wasn't that many, but there were a lot of blood tests involved, and I even had a test where they did nerve. I can't remember the name of the test. Some letters, but they tested my nerves to see if there was any nerve damage in my body. And that's when they found out that I have nerve damage in this hand, in this arm. Anyway, so I waited for the results of the tests, all the blood tests. And when I recall looking at the tests that they had taken, and they had lupus on there, and I remember Lyme disease and all of these things, and I'm like, oh my God, like, what is wrong with me? It was like 2 sheets of blood tests that they had taken. Like, what's wrong with me? So I was waiting for the results of my tests. Now we're probably into the month of May. We were in the month of May. And on this particular day, I kid you not, on this particular day, which was, I'm going to say, a Wednesday, and it was somewhere like Wednesday, May 10th. Yes, like Wednesday, May 10th, somewhere around there. I got to the point where I was like, God, I can't take this anymore. I cannot take this anymore. Like I can't take it anymore. That's how bad it got. I called my primary, left her a message, you got to do something. And waited for her to call me back. And she didn't call me back that day. And I didn't go to work that day. And that is so not like me. For those of you who know me, I'm going to work. I didn't go to work that day. And I cried that whole day because something's wrong with me and nobody's telling me what's wrong. And I can't fix this. So that was on a Wednesday. Thursday, my primary didn't call me back. I found out they were trying to call me back, but they were calling my another phone number. So then I called. I got a phone call that morning from the neurologist. And the nurse was giving me, this was on a Thursday, the nurse was giving me my diagnosis, and she told me what was wrong with me. And I'm like, can you fix it? Because this is not good for me mentally and physically, and I need some relief. And so they prescribed me, the physician prescribed me prednisone.